Welcome to day 5. It's windy, it's cold, a little earlier than normal. I'm all bundled up. I just got dropped off at Woody Gap here from the Above the Clouds hostel. It's great, had good breakfast. They had a little bit of snacks and whatnot. More snacks down at the gas station, so definitely recommend going there if you end up going there. But yeah, beautiful morning. I'm gonna try to actually do just over 10 miles today to get to Neil Gap, um, because there's the mountain crossings right at Neil Gap, and that has a full supply and also bunks available. And that's also that logistical challenge area where you're supposed to carry a bear canister. I realized actually the area was shorter. It's only about a 5 mile stretch, but it still complicates logistics. So I'm gonna try to push through to Neil Gap and won't have that challenge basically. But yeah, it's kind of a push. It'll be up Blood Mountain. So this is north, and I'm gonna go up Blood Mountain today. But the ascent is not as bad as actually the first day with the approach trail. But the length is the longest one yet, just over 10 miles, which I said I was trying to avoid if I could help it. Today I can't really help it. I need that resupply. All right, here we go. I thought this was pretty beautiful. Some signs of spring. And I also wanted to show off some trail technology here. So this is the trail here, and then there's this log here, and then what looks like a tent pad, but it's not. This is a water bar, because in addition to wildlife wanting to use the trail, there's also water that wants to use the trail. Uh, but this diverts it, keeps it off the trail, because there are times when the trail will just turn into a big stream and it will go right down the carved path. People, animals, pretty sure even butterflies and whatnot. I've seen them go down the trail. Porcupine, bears, everyone uses the trail, even the water. But this is a trail technology to get it off. And if incidentally, if you go to Bear Mountain in New York, where they have the zoo and also the lowest point on the Appalachian Trail, just some trivia there. If you go there, there's a little trail demonstration of all the technology, including water bars and more fancy culvert and all these sort of fancy technology. Really cool, really educational. If you're ever in the area, it's really a cool place to check out to sort of educate yourself. Now going up Blood Mountain. Definitely steep. Got about 0.7 to go till I get to the shelter, and then 0.8 to the view, which I assume is at the top there. Definitely doable today. So just afternoon, and going downhill I think is going to be a killer on the knees. But after that, then I get to Neil Gap. So that was my goal for the day. And Yeah, I think I'll get there a little earlier than I thought. But so I need to remind myself to actually slow down. But I'm feeling great. Had that breakfast at the hostel, loaded up on water. Not a lot of water on this mountain, by the way. So I just passed a little creek, which I think was the last one. So there's nothing up at the shelter, which is unusual. Um, and then yeah, nothing until you get down to Neil Gap again. Or actually, I think there's a little stream before then, but you got to go down the mountain a bit, a bit. Anyway, onward. Now coming down Blood Mountain, about a mile to Neil Gap, where I've got to do a full resupply and maybe spend the night or save money, go camping up ahead if I still have some energy. Good news is I think I have both options open due to time and yeah, so I'll see how I'm feeling. Definitely got to resupply, fill up water, take it easy there. I kind of just powered through. I just snacked for lunch, which I'm gonna try to do more often. I didn't really take any break or so because I know it's gonna be hard to get started again, and I want to just power through and get that done. It wasn't as bad as I had thought, but it was definitely a challenge. Nothing, nothing upsetting me. I feel like my legs are happy, so it's good. And yeah, beautiful views, really reminiscent of the presidentials up in New Hampshire and the Maine mountains, because you get up to a certain point and you get to this like exposed trees, and then the trail's been just worn down to the rock, so you're often just walking across rock face and downhill. Downhill on rock face is scary. Uphill is better, you get traction. Downhill is scary. But I kind of did a zigzag pattern down, which is better, I think. Slower, and you get more traction that way. Yeah, just patience, but definitely made it. I'm feeling pretty happy. And I still have a protein bar in my pocket, so not too bad. I definitely had enough water too. I have more than a half liter, maybe 0.75 to 750 milliliters. I think I got in there at least. And sorry for the sniffles. I realized watching the videos back that I sniffle sometimes. I must be sick or have some allergies or whatnot. So yeah, definitely going up Blood Mountain, kind of true to its namesake. I got a bloody nose. Don't know what that was about, but used my bandana, and now the bandana's all well, let's say it needs to be cleaned now. But yeah, I'm like, what the heck? All these scary place names: Slaughter Campsite, and Blood Mountain, and the bear restriction all add up to Give a scary image to the mountain, but it was okay. I think it's just it's a measuring stick thing. I've been to the presidentials, right? That's my measuring stick. That's at the top end of my measuring stick already. So for good, for put it in perspective in my mind. I have experience. It's like, okay, I can do this. Blood Mountain, not too bad when you get a little bit of that experience. But yeah, onward. Well, here's the trail, and here's my campsite. So I'm just zero point 0.4 miles north of Neil Gap, and the crossing store there and everything. Super touristy, nice, full resupply. So I got all the gear I need for the next 3 or 4 days, which is nice. And yeah, basically, I didn't want to stay there because it was another like hostel stay that would have spent, I would have spent money and whatnot. I want to save that for a little while. Um, yeah, and this site it was close enough. So if I found that I need to go back and grab something, although I don't want to because it's downhill, I can do that if I want in the morning or whatnot. But I can take an inventory, write some postcards, even mail them out. But but I'm probably not going to go back down unless I really forgot something. But yeah, I think I'll call it a night. So I got here around 4 or before 4 or so. But yeah, I hung out at the Mountain Crossing store a bit, ate another frozen pizza. So I think the last 3 meals I had were frozen pizza. So I don't know. My body is probably not super happy with me right now, but I got some calories in. So yeah, I think this is a good spot. I think it's just windy, so I'm not sure if I've set my tent up completely correctly, um, but I'll see. Yeah, and there's, as you could probably hear, there's some road noise and motorcycles and trucks braking and whatnot. So, but I do have earplugs, so I'm hoping that that'll be fine tonight. But let's give it a try. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can bail out and head back down. Although they, they're first come first serve, so I don't know what to do about that. But I mean, there's a road there, you catch a ride into town. If something really bad happens, I'm planning to do this more often actually. Like camp near a gap. Although it's loud, it's a good place to sort of bail out. Or if I want to go into town tomorrow or change my mind or whatever, I have the option to do that. Or if I need to, resupply, stay close to a resupply instead of splurging for a hotel or a hostel every time. So yeah, we'll see how it goes tonight.